Welcome to Real World AIP. I'm Stacey, and today I want to talk about all the cool things you can do with your dehydrator. You don't need an expensive one. I've had my $40 cheapo one for years. I love it. I'm going to put a link in the description below to a great article on how to use your oven as a dehydrator if you don't want to buy a dehydrator. I don't really make a lot of jerky. I don't make fruit roll-ups. Spice rubs. Oh my goodness, so many things you can put in that dehydrator. One of my favorites is, and I've gone over this in my tomato sauce video, I took a whole fresh bulb of fennel, sliced it thin, dehydrated it, and ground it in my coffee grinder. It smells like fennel seed, but it's not. It's the bulb, and it's AIP compliant, and it adds that sweet fennel-y, Italian-y flavor to things. I'm gonna do exactly what I did with that fennel today with some onion, except first I'm gonna caramelize it for extra flavor. You could also do that with garlic. You can dehydrate roasted garlic. Citrus peel. Oh, here's how you make orange peel, lemon peel, lime peel, and pink grapefruit peel. These are awesome to use in rubs. You pat it onto fish before you bake it. You put it into some kind of seasoning blend. I'm going to be formulating more of those, but I want to show you how I made all the ingredients in this video. I have a video about how to, add some spice and heat to your AIP, and I show you in that video how to dehydrate and grind your own galangal. So you can see that here. You know what else you can dehydrate? Pineapple and ginger. You can throw that into anything to add a little sweetness, a natural sweetness. You can barbecue rub again, sweet and sour sauce. Ground dried ginger is not the same as when you dehydrate it from fresh. You're gonna have to do it yourself if you want it to taste this good. I dehydrated some black olives. I was thinking of making a powder, and I did the same thing with capers. You could put those in spice rubs. I tried recreating coffee. Just buy the coffee. It didn't brew up right. It was nothing like the coffee. I took the dried figs and I roasted them in the toaster oven, dehydrated them, and ground them, and I got this. It doesn't taste half bad. That would be delicious on pork or in a barbecue rub. I'm glad I have it handy, and I'm probably going to do something creative with it. And you can dehydrate anything and grind it and throw it into a rub, but these are just some of my favorite things. On top of that, you can make flour out of anything. I almost did a separate video on how to make flour out of anything, but I'm like, you know what? This is all kind of the same process. You slice something up, you dehydrate it, and you grind it up. So we're doing it all in this one video. Here's some breadfruit pieces. So I sliced it thin and I dehydrated it. I have not ground it in my coffee grinder yet. And I got some white sweet potatoes. I did the same thing with these. Were raw. I sliced them thin. I dehydrated them. I have some purple sweet potatoes here. Purple sweet potatoes are really similar in texture and binding abilities as the white sweet potatoes. I pretty much use them interchangeably in my recipes. Pretty, doesn't it? For the record, you can also do this with yaotia or yam or green bananas or plantains. Now, I already have a video where I showed you how I made my taro flour, but I did that a little differently because I cooked the taro first. And the reason that I did that is because taro has oxalate content that can irritate your mouth, throat, even hands until it's cooked. And I wanted something that I could just throw into something quickly to thicken it and not have to worry about cooking it through all the way, or like breading something and frying it, but maybe there's some raw flour on the side. Plus the taro flour they sell is already cooked, so I said, well, I'll make mine that way too. One other thing, cassava. I would leave that to Otto's. That brand's supposed to be great. I don't think it's a good idea to make your own cassava flour at home unless you cook it first. And then things like coconut flour and tiger nut flour, those are tricky too. I made coconut flour at home and it was too coarse. I didn't like it. Tiger nut flour, they'll probably break your coffee grinder. The coconut and the tiger nut, I'm just gonna buy it. There's some things you can't buy. Where the heck can you buy breadfruit flour? Where can you buy yaotia root flour? I don't know. You gotta make it. So anyway, I'm gonna make some raw flours. The kind of flours that I can make like buns with, put some baking soda, lemon juice, a little liquid, and come up with recipes, make tortillas with. Another thing you can make with your dehydrated is travel food. So what you see in here is dehydrated white sweet potato. This was actually made in an attempt to make like a flake-like cereal granola. These I'm not going to try to eat like cereal because they remind me of those dog chews. They actually make dog chews out a sweet potato because when you dehydrate them, they're like nom, nom, nom. What I could do if I ever do go on a vacation is, this smells nice, is I could just rehydrate this with water, like hot water from a coffee pot or something. And now I have cooked, hydrated white sweet potato. Also, you could throw this in a soup to thicken it. Totally useful, cool thing to have around. Just look at all this fun stuff I made with my dehydrator. I have my white sweet potato flour. I have some raw breadfruit flour there. We could turn this purple sweet potato into flour, but I'm going to use it as breadcrumbs. This is cooked white sweet potato that we can rehydrate for an instant meal. Dried fennel, some dried capers for instant umami, and olives for the same reason. You can grind them in a coffee grinder and you'll have olive powder to make a little spice blend. Roasted garlic, caramelized onion, fresh ginger has so much of a kick. Lemon lime, pink grapefruit adds so much flavor to a rub. It's just endless what you can make with that dehydrator. And now I'm going to use these in upcoming spice blend and barbecue rub videos and things like that. So now you know how to make them. So there you go. There's a bunch of ideas for you for what you can do with your dehydrator, and I'll be using a lot of these in upcoming videos. I hope you found this video useful. If so, you can subscribe below if you don't want to miss any. I post new videos every Thursday. Also, I put little clips of my everyday AIP life on Lens. It's a feature of Patreon, but it's free to the public, and there's a link below to that. Oh yeah, by the way, August 22nd is my birthday, so if anyone wants to get me a cookbook or something, I have a link below to my Amazon wish list. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Mom, are you watching? Anyway, I hope to see you soon, and until then, be healthy.